We went to all the powwows when we were young. At that time, children could not dance. Only people over 50 years of age could dance. Most people do not know this, that the government forbid children to dance Indian. And that was so they could wipe out the culture and the young people, and then finally the new generation would never know what happened, never know what happened.
Gratitude, the quality of being thankful, readiness to show the appreciation for and to return kindness.
Hey, what's up everybody? It's Mr. Reyes reminding you all that it's Grateful Month. And us Knights are grateful that we can give honor where honor's due. This one's just like when we tap Tootie on the shoulders when we come up on the stage to give him respect for being the first knight of the castle we call home. This month is Native American Heritage Month. Hear this land acknowledgement. As we gather here today, we honor and acknowledge that we are on the traditional territories and ancestral homelands of the Cheyenne and Arapaho nations. This area was also the site of trade, hunting, gathering, and healing for many other native nations. The Lakota, Ute, Kiowa, Comanche, Apache, Shoshone, Navajo, and others. We recognize the indigenous peoples as the original stewards of the land, water, the plants, and animals who call this place home. As these words of acknowledgement are spoken and heard, the ties that these nations have to their traditional homelands are renewed and reaffirmed. Let us also acknowledge the painful history of the genocide and forced removal from this territory. We respect the many diverse indigenous peoples still connected to this land on which we gather. We pay our respect to them and give thanks to all tribal nations and ancestors of this place.
They wanted to destroy our identity, and they put us on these boarding schools. I'm one of them that they put in these boarding schools. You know, destroy, kill the Indian, save the man. And over 100,000 children were taken from their homes and pulled, and a lot in our family. And I'm fighting. Where am I going? Where am I going? You know, and my mom and my grandma are right there, and I'm trying to hold on to them, and they come and take us apart. And, but that scene was, multiply that by 100,000 children that were taken by force from their mothers and from their grandmas and grandparents. That destroyed the language. Mm-hmm. Destroy the songs. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, you couldn't sing any native song. You couldn't speak any native language. The vernacular would be English, and English only. That's how they wrote it up.
In the boarding schools?
Yeah.
Listening right now, struggling, feel like giving it right now. I pray for you, pray that you come back home. I pray that you understand that you're never alone. I pray for the single mothers and the deadbeat dads. Drop the kids off and go party gets me mad. So I pray for peace, and pray for change. Keep on praying when everything stays the same. And I pray for the pastors and all of the churches and those who cry like song following hearses. I pray for you, pray for the sick and the poor. Pray for the rich man who don't give to the Lord. And I pray for wisdom, and I pray for power, and I pray for be ready in the final hour. And I pray for those who keep judging ministry, and I pray for my friends and my enemies. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Break it down. Can somebody help me up? Who?
Hey you, let me teach you a little something about braids. To indigenous people, our hair is everything. Personally, I've been growing out my hair for the past 11 years. Whenever we braid our hair, we think good thoughts, and we're giving thanks to our body, mind, and spirit. That's what the 3 strands are for. We never let anybody else touch our hair without knowing their intentions, because whatever their intentions are what we carry throughout the day. Not even a generation ago, my family was forced to cut their hair in residential schools. Also, if a loved one dies, we cut a piece of our hair to honor the time we had with them. With that in mind, I wear these braids to show people that I'm proud of who I am. If you learned something new today, share this video with a friend.
Hi Lake Knights, congratulations on completing your language arts interim assessment. We are here to draw names for 2 lucky 6th graders who are going to win pizza delivered to their house. So without further ado, all your names are in here. Mrs. Ellsworth, who's the first pizza winner?
Sebastian Zuniga.
Woo! Pizza. Ms. Reyes is going to be reaching out to you for your order. And
Constance Mesa.
ooh, congratulations, pizza winners. We will be getting you your order shortly.
Yo, we got a shout out.
All right, congratulations, 7th graders, on completing your language arts interim assessment. I have all your names in here for everyone who showed up and used their whole time, and we are going to draw names to see who gets pizza delivered to your house. So here we go for student number 1.
And the first winner is Mark Lara Colio.
Oh, congratulations. Miss Reyes is going to be reaching out to you for your pizza order. And student number 2
is Nain Ariola.
Congratulations. You get pizza on us.
Oh, wow. Veterans Day letters to me? Man, you guys are the best.
Yeah.
Thanks, Angel. Thank you, Susie.
Can we say thank you? Yeah, we're going to say thank you.
Susie. Thank you, Angel.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Look at it. Thank you for your service.
Yeah.
Congratulations, 8th graders, on completing your first interim for language arts. We have all the names of all the students who showed up on time and did their best work. So we're gonna see who gets pizza delivered to their house. Ms. Ellsworth, who's student number 1?
Josh Fernandez.
Oh, congratulations, Josh. Miss Reyes is gonna reach out to you for your pizza order. And student number 2,
Robert Demaria.
oh, congratulations. We'll be reaching out. You get pizza on us. Nice job trying your best, and we'll see you later for math.
My name is Betty Boccaccio. Little more than 10 years.
I want to celebrate and acknowledge that you are Native. Can you tell me which tribe you're from?
I'm from the Navajo Dene tribe. I grew up in the, near my Window Rock Agency, right down in the southern part of the reservation. I grew up there, and I lost my 2 parents, so my grandma was a strong person in my life. And I ended up coming up here because I had a brother that was on relocation from the government, and so he was sent here for some education, and I came up here. One phrase would be Hojoni, means everything is good, everything is well, means good harmony. Some people use that to name their children. Nejoni for a girl. I've been teaching my one of my sons some native words, and it was just a simple thing like how are you doing? Ashinte, Hade Nana, where are you coming from? Ashakote means is everything okay? Yeah, just little words like that I've been teaching him. Well, from my days, it was, now it's a lot different. There's a lot of technology going on now with the phones, the computers, different TVs. But when I grew up back in my day, I grew up where there was no TV and no computers. It was just starting at that time. And we did a lot of farming. I did a lot of horseback riding. I herded sheep and goats. That's my growing up years, and I am glad that I did that with my grandma because she was a single parent too. She had to raise 10 children.
Wow, 10 children.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
And she was a strong woman, and I learned a lot of my ways from her, which is probably why I'm still working to try to take care of myself, because she always told me I had to take care of myself and live in the 2 worlds, she always said. She said that I wouldn't be here around all the time to take care of you, so you have to learn how to get along with other people, she said, besides your own native people, and that has worked for me. I enjoy coming to Lake because it gives me a lot of insight, and believe it or not, I got a lot of education just coming here. Working as a janitorial, and from the other kids, I enjoy kids. I would say that When I lost my son, I went through a lot of depression and hard times. And Lake was really here for me. The staff, the teachers, the kids, that has really helped me get over that. And that's why I enjoy coming here. I come here, people say, good morning, how are you? How are you doing? Just a good, positive staff that works here, that works for me.
Well, I just want to let you know that we acknowledge you, we love you, and we appreciate everything that you do for us here at Lake.
Thank you. This is like my second family here.
I am my mother's savage daughter, the one who runs barefoot, cursing sharp stones. I am my mother's savage daughter, I will not cut my hair, I will not lower my voice.
Good morning, Lake Knights. In today's beautiful struggle, before we get started, I would like to give land acknowledgement. We acknowledge that in Florida, on land that is the ancestral and traditional territory of the Appalachian Nation, the Muskogee Creek Nation, the Misuki tribe of Florida, and the Seminole tribe of Florida, we pay respect to their elders past and present, and extend that respect to their descendants, to the generations yet unborn, and to all indigenous people. We recognize that this land remains sacred by the histories and ongoing legacies of settler colonial violence, disposition, and removal. In spite of all of this, and with tremendous resilience, these indigenous nations have remained deeply connected to this territory, to their families, to their communities, and to their culture, ways of life. We recognize the ongoing relationship of care that these indigenous nations maintain with this land, and extend our gratitude as we live and work as humble and respectful guests upon their territory. We encourage you to learn about and amplify the contemporary work of the indigenous nations whose land you are on, and to endeavor to support indigenous sovereignty in all ways that you can. Today, on a beautiful struggle, this Friday, man, I get to talk about one of the most courageous, I'm surprised Hollywood hasn't made a movie out of this man's story. But it's like Spartacus, it's like Glory, because I know a lot of you had watched Glory recently. It was like Glory mixed with Braveheart, mixed with Avengers. Like, this should be a movie like breaking it in Hollywood. But we're going to be talking about John Horse and the Black Seminoles. Well, if you're wondering about what makes John Horse and the Black Seminoles worthy to talk about, well, let me drop some facts on you. John Horse and the Black Seminoles established one of the greatest safe havens for freed slaves and for natives in the Everglades of Florida. He orchestrated a successful slave rebellion, and established a mass exodus out of the Everglades that ultimately ended with John Horse and the Black Seminoles in Mexico. So let's get into it. So in the early 1800s, two groups fled into Florida. One of these groups was Seminoles. They were just trying to get away from white settlements. The other group was runaway slaves that were trying to find freedom. And those two groups came together in the Everglades, and they blended together. They intermarried and built a community. And in fact, it's the first legally sanctioned black free settlement in Florida. And we're talking about when Florida was occupied by Spain. This settlement's name was Fort Moss. Fort Moss. It was established in 1738, and it was amazing. So, when President Andrew Jackson came into power as president, he wanted to get rid of the black and Seminole settlements that were in Florida. And the Second Seminole War started in 1835. In 1836, the largest slave rebellion was orchestrated by John Horse and the Black Seminoles. They freed around 380 slaves from the plantations down in Florida, and they destroyed a lot of sugar mills in Florida and laid waste to them, and fought the American government to a stalemate in Florida. In 1838, John Horse and the Black Seminoles agreed with the American government to stop fighting each other if he had legal recognition of their freedom and passage to the Indian territories, which we know now as Oklahoma. So after they moved into the Indian territories, John Horse and the Black Seminoles did not find peace. They were fighting white settlers in the Oklahoma territories, and they were fighting other natives. So around 1840, Nathan Clifford, U.S. Attorney General, said that the American government at the time did not have the authority to free John Horse and the enslaved blacks that were in the Black Seminole tribes. And they fought again. And he exodused out of Oklahoma down into Mexico. So after heading down into Mexico, John and the Black Seminoles finally found peace. They were finally able to rest. John Horse decided to join the Mexican army and became a revered general in that army. And they would help freed slaves from America down into Mexico. And the Mexican government gave John Horse and the Black Seminoles land and title, where they lived the rest of their lives out in peace. And what an amazing story of trek to freedom. So that marks the end of our beautiful struggle today. I hope you learned a lot. I know I did with the research. But really, it was a great story. And I want you guys to know that Veterans Day was on Wednesday. So if you know a vet, man, show them some love. And I'll see you guys next week on The Beautiful Struggle.